So I want to do a quick recording on, um, or a quick breakdown on the Olentangy at Marysville game this past season. Big game, sold out crowd, um, really standing room only. This is the second meeting between these two teams. Uh, First one, Olentangy won, and in this one, Olentangy ends up winning by 1 point. It's a close game the entire time. So we're just going to do a breakdown of this game, see what we can learn from it, what some of the mistakes were, some things we could do different, uh, that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Um, Jump ahead here. Past introductions to jump ball. So you got Sydney Mobley, the big time freshman from Olentangy. JoJo Aberhart jumping. JoJo gets the tip. Um, and we get right into the offense here. Really like the way JoJo gets downhill and attacks. We get the reversal by Casey to Tweed. Tweed shoots a three, in and out. Nothing wrong with that. Good series. Now, the one thing that I want to talk about is this right here. You'll see, and I'm going to pick on Allison here a little bit, but she's not the only one during the game that this is an issue with. But as Tweed takes that shot, you'll see Allison does not crash. And one of the things you'll notice is number 23 for Olentangy has no idea where Allison is. She's guarding Allison, but she turns, looks for the ball. This is a perfect opportunity for Allison to crash from that backside to get the rebound or keep that ball alive. So we got to make sure that we're crashing the offensive boards in these situations. So we've got Abby Price on ball. Stays in front, gets a nice block here. Good rebound by Tweed. I really like this spacing right here up the floor. So you got Allison and Abby out in front on the wings, staying wide. You got Casey Duke on this wing, also staying wide. And you have Addie Tweed trailing. So there's just good spacing, allows a lot of room for our girls to work one-on-one in these transition situations, or to space the floor, attack, and kick out for a shot. Abby attacks him. Now I'm going to back up just a little bit because there's something I missed there that I want to talk about. So as the ball moves forward to Abby on this wing, okay, I really like this movement here by Addie Tweed, and we got to make sure that we can reward her in these situations. She dives to this ball side block. Okay. Now Abby Price needs to make sure that she's seeing that. We all need to make sure we're seeing that. So when that ball is pushed to that wing and we have a trail that dives to the block, we at least recognize that it's there. Be ready to make that pass if it's open. I'm not saying Abby should have made this pass, but she's got to recognize it, put eyes on it, see if that player is open. She attacks the middle, takes out to Allison. Allison. All right, so right now we see Allison gets herself in a little bit of a pickle here. She's now surrounded by three defenders. She's got the ball kind of on her hip / back. So I think we can learn something from this situation right here. So we're going to back up just a little bit here, and we're going to talk about maybe what we could have learned in this situation. Okay, so as Abby attacks the middle here, we see Allison gets the ball. Now, the one thing that Allison has to recognize in this situation is because Allison likes to drive, she likes to attack, which we like our guards to be willing to attack. But we got to do so wisely, and she's got to see where the driving lane is. In this situation, Abby has come through the middle. She's drawn her defender to the same side of the floor. Now we got three defenders on this side of the floor. If Allison just pauses for a moment and looks, she will see that the driving lane is here. This is the attacking lane that Allison should use. She can attack here and either finish, she can attack here and draw help from Mobley, and then kick the ball out to Addie Tweed or even JoJo if help comes. But that's the attacking lane. Instead, she chooses to attack right into help. She chooses to come right this way, right into help, and she gets herself in a little bit of a pickle here. So we just got to learn to attack the open lanes. Recognize where they're at, attack the gaps, take what the defense gives you. Box set here, screen the screener. Nice roll by Addie, get the ball in, back up to JoJo to set up a play. Back screen, reversal, Abby's screening down, Abby's coming across on a sort of flex screen. I'm going to talk about this real quick. And Abby eventually does a good job, and Abby attacks for a good look. But I want to talk about real quick what we can learn from this post-entry situation here. Okay, so back up here, we get the ball, boom. Okay, great pass by Joe, good post up by Abby. The biggest thing to learn, I think, from this situation is if you look at the defenders here, they're all staring at Abby, and then they are all coming to help and collapse on her. Okay, she has to feel their presence, she has to recognize their presence, and be willing to get rid of that ball back out to a guard on the perimeter if necessary in this situation. So if we look at this, we see this guard comes clear over from the backside. Now she's got two on her. Okay, Casey Duke has to get out of the corner and get into a passing location where Abby can see her. Right now she's sort of hiding in the corner. Okay, JoJo should probably slide down. Addie Tweed could probably move up or over to give us more options to pass out of this double team. Great attack here by Addie Tweed. Just doesn't quite finish. We're going the other way. Biggest thing here, especially on somebody like Sydney Mobley, is before we get to the point where Abby Price fouls her, there's a couple things we could do differently. Now, the biggest thing I think is right here, she's getting the ball at half court. Okay, now we have to remember in this game, Whitney Stafford, their normal all-state point guard, is out of the game with a shoulder injury. She didn't play in this game, so they're going to rely on Mobley to do more ball handling, to have the ball in her hands more. And in this situation, they get the ball to her at half court. We have to, and this is Addie Tweed's guard as of right now. Addie Tweed needs to step up and stop this sooner. Okay, we got to step up and stop the ball sooner. Make sure we're defending the ball, slowing the ball down before she gets into the paint. Because you're going to see here, she attacks and she gets all the way to the volleyball line. Okay, now when she gets to this point, we have three defenders. Let's see if I can make that a little bit smaller here. We have three defenders on her right here. Okay. Not only do we have three defenders on her, we have Casey Duke, Allison Price, who are looking at her. Not looking at their man, they're looking at her. Number one, we can't guard somebody with three people. That's never going to work. So there's got to be communication here. Secondly, there's got to be rotation. Okay, so if in this instance, if Joe is stepping up to double here, okay, then Allison Price needs to slide over. Casey Duke needs to slide down. All right, Allison Price slide over, Casey Duke slide down to take away any of those baseline drives or baseline cuts. And you'll see right here what I mean by that. So she cuts here, goes up for the layup. Now, we don't box out. Abby Price doesn't box out here. In fact, nobody boxes out here. Anytime Sydney Mobley is within 5 feet of the basket and you don't box her out, you can bet she's probably going to get the rebound. She does. Goes back up. We get a foul on Abby Price. Good job here by Abby Price, getting the ball quickly, getting it out of bounds, getting it back in, just in case we want to push the ball. And now, in this instance, Coach Ransom decides to slow it down and run a set, which is fine. You get a good look here. Really like the way Abby Price keeps this ball alive right here. Okay, doesn't get the rebound. It's not one of those things that show up in the stats, but on this missed layup, Abby Price crashes the boards, gets that deflection out, and JoJo is able to come up with the ball. We're able to get another possession out of it. One of the things on this particular, and this is good attack, it's good ball movement, and JoJo gets kind of to the rim and then gets blocked. Not a terrible looking offensive play, but one of the things that sticks out to me on this that I think would make a difference is you'll notice right from the start, okay? You'll notice right here from the start, I can draw a line on this half of the court, and the ball never leaves this half of the court, okay? The ball never leaves this side of the court. On that shot, on the rebound, okay, the ball goes back out to Abby Price. Okay, Abby Price attacks, goes same side back to Allison Price. Now, right here, okay, one of two things should probably happen here. Okay, either Allison Price makes this pass to Casey Duke in the corner, or she makes the pass to JoJo, like she did, and JoJo makes this reversal pass in the corner. So that we're forcing the defense to shift. The defense never has to rotate or shift in this entire offensive series. The ball just stays on this half. So if we can get more ball movement to using both sides of the floor, forcing the defense to shift, the better off we're going to be. Great defensive series there by Addie Tweed to defend Sydney Mobley. We don't come up with the rebound. So if we go back to that, Allison Price is sort of watching here. Doesn't get a box out here. And they come away with a offensive rebound. We got to be better than that. We can't give up those. Abby Price on the ball, not enough pressure. She hits a three. Again, I think we're willing to give up that three to her versus getting to the basket every time. So not terribly disappointed with that. I would take those percentages with her shooting that three-point shot. Okay, this is one of my favorite plays that Coach Ransom runs. I really like this. It just works so well most of the time. So you'll see here, Casey Duke sets her man up and then comes back to the ball side corner. Allison Price makes the same cut, ball side corner. Now we're in an overload situation. But the goal here, and Abby Price typically does a really good job of this, is this bottom inside person has to seal the defender and keep them on the rear end. And Abby Price does a really good job of that in this play particularly. She gets that defender behind her, keeps her there, and we're able to get good post entry. So I really like this play for our better post players. Abby Price has to make a more urgent move in this situation. Too much right here. She needs to take one dribble, go up, not even take a dribble and go up, make a move or make a kick out. But this hesitation right here, now she's picked up her dribble. She's not in a strong stance. The extra defender's coming over to trap. And she just gets caught in the paint with nowhere to go. So now we're set up in our diamond press. Again, this can be run one of two ways. You usually see a 1-2 front for a diamond. So you'll see, let's see here, the top, one of the two wings, and the 1-2. And then you usually see either this as a 1-2-2, which this kind of is, or you'll see these two players stacked. So it'll be a 1-2 and then a 1-1 here to form that diamond press. Big fan of the diamond press. I think you can get some really good looks out of this. So in this particular instance, Abby Price, Casey Duke are trapping the ball. Allison Price is then reading this and coming up and taking away the reversal. Addie Tweed, it looks like, is defending the middle. So what we're giving up then is this player long. That's ultimately what we're giving up. Now, if we're doing our job in the trap, then we can give up this long skip pass with little worry that they're able to successfully make that pass. So let's see what happens here. Casey Duke cuts off the sideline. Good job taking away that sideline. It looks like we're back into a same thing, done press. Abby's doing a good job of forcing her to pick a side. Now, this is where it sort of broke down a little bit. You'll see JoJo's not really defending that middle. In my mind, I would have, if this is a true diamond press, I would have Casey Duke defending the middle here. JoJo would, assuming Addie Tweed is here backside, JoJo would then drop ball side long. We do a good job recovering. Again, we're going to give her that three. We'd rather her take that three-pointer than, we're not going to, I shouldn't say we're going to give it to her. We're going to contest it, but we would rather her shoot that three than get to the basket. Okay. Penetration, Abby Price in the corner. That's a good look. Really like, this is again one of those things that doesn't make the stat line. Okay, this is a solid shot by Abby Price. It's a shot she can knock down. Good, nice, clean, open shot. Just doesn't fall. But what sticks out here is Addie Tweed. Addie crashes the boards, gets a hand on the rebound, deflects it, allows JoJo to come up with the ball. Let's see here. JoJo comes up with it, goes up, gets fouled. Now we're shooting two. So big shout out to Addie Tweed there for crashing the boards and keeping that ball alive. Again, that's not something that shows up in the stat line, but it's the little things that make a difference, especially in a game like this. Okay, we're back in our diamond press. Allison's cutting off sidelines. Now, the biggest thing, and this is going to happen at times, anytime you press, there's always going to be possessions where you're going to give up layups. You try not to, but it's part of the give and take with pressing. Okay, where this breaks down. So Allison sort of overcommits to the reversal, but she does a good job recovering here, taking sideline. So this trap should involve the Price sisters. Okay, that's who should be trapping. JoJo should be taking ball side sideline. Casey Duke should be taking middle. Addie Tweed should be deep. Right now, though, you're seeing five defenders here, and you're seeing 5 offensive players. So kind of all crowded. But where it really breaks down is here. So that ball is pushed ahead. Anytime that ball is past your level in the zone. So in this situation, it's past Abby and Allison's level, JoJo's level, Casey's level. They should be sprinting back. Okay. Now Addie does a good job here. Oops. Here. Addie does a good job here of cutting her off, contesting her, getting in front of her before she gets to the basket. The breakdown is really with Casey Duke and not taking away this backside. She's got to get backside here and take away any backside dump down pass. So as we watch this, that pass is made. That is where Casey should be in this possession. And she's just late there. But it comes out to our benefit. They don't score. Going the other way. Dribble handoff, entry. Now, one of the things you'll notice, and this is a little bit of a risky play, but I like Addie Tweed's confidence. And the reason Addie Tweed can be confident making this pass to JoJo is not just because JoJo is a great athlete, and she is, but what you notice here, and I'm sure Addie Tweed noticed, the defender's eyes are never on the ball. And anytime you can see the back of the defender's head, you know that you're free to make a pass because they don't know where the ball's at. And that's exactly the case in this situation. So good job, Addie Tweed, on recognizing the defender not knowing where the ball is at. Great read there by Addie Tweed to come up ahead or come up the sideline to deflect that pass. Back into trapping. Here, we fall back in the half-court defense and force the turnover. So our traps have been pretty effective. They haven't really hurt us in any great regard. They've been pretty effective, forcing turnovers, forcing quick shots, bad shots. Okay. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this shot right here. I just think we can get this look more often. It's not a terrible shot. It's a little bit of a penetrating pitch. It's just a little early in the offense for me. I like to see a little more ball movement before we take that shot necessarily. Now, if Allison's hot, if she's made a couple of those, and she takes that shot, by all means, go for it. Nice athletic play here by Abby Price, deflects the ball out of bounds. Now, I really like this jump by Addie Tweed. Doesn't quite work out wonderfully, and there's some things we do wrong here. but I really like the way she jumps this ball screen. If we can jump and trap ball screens, um, that's going to be huge. And I really like that. I want that to be something that we continue to do. He comes out, tries to trap this ball screen. JoJo recognizes it, goes to rotate over. It's a hair bit late. Part of that is because Mobley's a big body and she's hard to get around. Um, she's just a little bit late. We can test the shot. Just don't check out and rebound. And that's huge. We got to check out and rebound to finish the possession. Good check out and rebound there by Allison. Rebound going the other way. JoJo's pushing the ball. All right. Not a bad look there. Abby Price keeps it alive, which is another one of those hustle plays that you don't see in the stat line, but I really like. Good skip pass here to Abby Price. Good shot in the corner. Good rebound by Casey Duke to be there to crash those boards and put back by JoJo. One of the things that's kind of a theme in this game that you'll see is our outside shots just don't fall. I don't know if it's nerves. I don't know if it's noise or what, but we just struggle to make many outside shots. And I think our hustle, our defense, and our ability to get some offensive rebounds really is what kept us in this game because we did shoot so poorly. Not bad. Forcing a three-point shot here. A contested three-point shot. We box out and we get the rebound. So not a bad defensive effort here. Great take by JoJo here. Saw the seam, used her athleticism and quickness to just attack that. So she decides right here, I'm going to go. Mobley's got her back to this. You can see this seam right through here. Or at least JoJo saw it. Mobley's got her back to it. This defender is focused on here and here. JoJo knows she can make a move and get right down the lane here. And the help is just too late. Ends in a foul. JoJo gets to go to the free throw line. I like this ball pressure by Allison initially. Anything we can do to disrupt any flow of offense that they're in. Okay, now the game was a little bit more than I would like. This is not their primary point guard, so I'm a little more comfortable with her applying more pressure to this guard just to prove that she can handle the ball. JoJo helps early, gets her hands up, deflects the pass, and we force a back contested three-point shot. Now, one of the things I like about this play a lot too is Ava Collins comes right off the bench, is immediately impacting the game. She gets a great box out here on a good rebounder, releases, goes, grabs a rebound. All right, so she comes right in the game, immediately gets a rebound. Tweed does a great job running. This is textbook transition wing spacing. So I want to point this out, and I really like it. I always tell my 2s and 3s when they're running the wings, get wide first, and Tweed does that. She sees Avis got the rebound. She immediately gets wide. I always tell my players, run outside the volleyball pools. So you'll see here, Tweed does that. right here. She's outside the volleyball poles, and then she starts to make her cut in. Textbook transition offense on the wings. JoJo sees a seam there, tries to make a pass just a little bit behind her, and we don't get that basket. But I love that that transition by Addie Tweed. We're back into our diamond, funneling to the corners. All right, so right now we've done a great job because there's no better place to force the ball into one of what we call these four dead corners. So we force the ball into the corner here. Abby's coming up, trapping here. Ava Collins is coming now. Ava's angle is a little bit bad, and she's a little bit slow to get here for the trap, which allows the defense to sort of split the trap. Unfortunately, she's able to clear out of it. But that's exactly where we want to funnel. So you can see Coach Ransom's not happy with Abby Price, not making a smart decision, trying to block a shot when she's already got a foul. That gives her 2 fouls in the first quarter, so obviously she's coming out. But what leads up to that? What happens before that really is the issue here? What you're going to see is the issue is the closeout by Abby Price. So Abby closes out here. All right, not under control, not forcing the ball handler into help, just out of position. Okay, she's closing out poorly. That leads to a penetration, which then Abby tries to recover and gets the foul call there. Now, whether that's a foul or not doesn't really matter. Anytime you're coming from behind the shooter and try to block them, it's an easy foul call for the official, whether it's a foul or not. And that's the case here. Now, one thing we can't do is give up offensive rebounds, which we do right here. We give an offensive rebound on a free throw. That can't happen. Again, this becomes a one-possession game, and every rebound, every possession like that matters. So you'll notice, and I don't know if this was talked about in the locker room from Coach Ransom. My bet is that it was. But anytime that Mobley gets the ball, you'll see that more often than not, JoJo runs at her to double team her. She comes here, she comes to double team. All right, if we're going to do that, which is fine, it's a decent game plan. We got to make sure that our other 3 girls are able to communicate and properly rotate. So Ava has to come guard here. Allison is going to guard the backside too, and Emma's got to take away this post player. So we force the ball out of Mobley's hands, and we force them to take a very deep 23, 24-foot three-pointer that is missed poorly. So great defense. I really like what we get out of that. We're setting up the offensive play. JoJo cuts through. Allison cuts through on the back screen. Down screen for Joe. Allison's attacking here. Baseline. So we're getting really good ball movement. Decent shot. You get a foul on Emma going for the ball. It's not a terrible foul. You're going to be okay with those hustle fouls every now and then. Again, that's her first foul. They're not in the bonus yet. I'm okay with her getting that hustle foul, trying to make something happen on a tip. Now, in this diamond, though, it really breaks down here because we have Allison and we have Joe sort of baiting, which is what we do in a diamond press. We want to bait the ball handler into a position that gives the defense the advantage. So they're baiting. Now, the big thing here is who's covering the middle. Ava Collins should be covering the middle. We see that Mobley cuts to the middle. That should be Ava Collins' coverage. It looks like there's some miscommunication about who's covering that player. Ava sort of turns her head. Cutter comes middle. They get the ball in the middle, and they go. So we cannot allow the ball into the middle that easily in the diamond press. Here we just give up a baseline drive. We don't have early help. Girl makes a good step through move, strong step through move to draw the foul. We just got to be able to defend one-on-one on the perimeter better than that. Good job by Addie Tweed getting this rebound, pushing the ball up the sideline, getting back to our point guard to set up the offense. Normally I'm okay with Ava Collins shooting that shot. That's something she's good at. The one thing I don't like about this play, though, is there's sort of a hesitation or a reluctance when she catches it. I don't feel like her first thought was to shoot it. And anytime you catch a ball and your first thought isn't to shoot it, then you're probably not in good rhythm to take a good shot. Again, same thing as last possession. We're giving up a baseline drive, and bad things happen. Really like this play by Joe. Allison gets down the floor to the corner, sets up. Joe has got the defense on their heels. She knows she can attack them. Gets penetration, draws the help. Able to kick out to Allison. Wide open three, knocks down the wide open three. A great job by Joe to create that play, and good job by Allison to knock it down. So we're almost done with the first quarter. We're back into a man press. Looks like a little bit of a run and jump with some breakdown here. Now, we're lucky she misses that wide open three. However, let's look at where the breakdown is. Okay, right here we see that we have no back defenders. I'm going to pick on Ava Collins here. Okay, so Ava's got to play both of these. So she's got to play this middle ground, what we call cat and mouse. She's got to guard two. And we do a lot of 2-on-1 drills to practice this. And she's got to draw that offensive player up closer to the basket and not give up a layup. So Ava comes way too far out here and tries to guard the ball and gives up this pass right to the corner. If she can slow down both, then hopefully Casey Duke can get back up the floor, stop the ball. Ava can then rotate to the corner, and we have everything defended. The rebound by Tweed. JoJo goes up the floor, takes the jump shot, gets her own rebound, goes back up. Again, theme of the entire game, struggling to get shots to fall. So this is just an example of poor rotation. So, like I mentioned earlier, in much of this game, you'll see that when Mobley gets the ball, Joe goes and double teams. Okay, What doesn't happen in this particular instance is we don't have good rotation after the double team. So Mobley makes the skip pass. When that happens, now we're in scramble mode. And what should happen is on that skip, whether we're double teaming or not, or regardless of what's going on, Allison should be jumping into help side and being on this midline right through here, right? Being on that midline ready to help. Okay. If Allison does that, then she's in position from here. If she's here, she's in position then to slide over and stop this pass and layup right here. But instead she's late and gives up the easy shots. So Marysville's up 1 point at the end of the first quarter. So again, very close game. Now, one of the things that Coach Ransom does that I really like is on inbounds, he'll send the inbounder to go trap the ball. I really like this because the immediate reaction of the person who gets the ball is, oh crap, I'm getting trapped, I have two girls running at me. And what happens a lot, especially with inexperienced guards, is they make a quick lob pass. And if our other players are reading this the way they should be and they're rotating, then oftentimes we can get a defender that comes up and steals that lob pass, runs through that passing lane and steals that lob pass. Pretty good rotation here. We don't give up things. Great hustle play by Addie Tweed to save that ball and save that possession. We get an entry to JoJo. JoJo makes a great post move. One of the things I'm going to point out again, though, about Addie Tweed here is you'll see in this play, as the ball moves to Ava Collins on the wing here, you'll see Addie Tweed makes this cut, this baseline cut, which is a good cut, and potentially has the opportunity to get the ball here at the post in an open position to make a move. But what happens is as she starts to cut, JoJo also cuts to that same spot. Okay. But what I like is once Addie Tweed recognizes that, she gives JoJo space to work. And you'll see it here. Right here. You see Addie Tweed, she backs off. All right. Create space, allows JoJo to go to work without drawing the defender to her. So JoJo's able to core without trying to work in a crowd. The one thing I don't like about this possession already is it looks like Olentangy is setting up in a high 1-4 set. I don't like this. I don't like this gap between the ball handler and the defender. We are allowing the defender we're allowing the offense to set up without any pressure. They're able to just look everything over, nice and easy, no pressure, not forced to feel uncomfortable. We have to apply more pressure and not just wait for them to set up in their offense. Because we wait, he's able to make this entry pass to Mobley at the elbow. Mobley gets all the way below the volleyball line and takes this jump shot right here. This is not ideal for us. If we're allowing Mobley to take jump shots from 10 feet away, and you can see how big she is, how well she elevates, this is not going to turn out well for us very often. In this case, she misses. We get the rebound. don't like this shot at all by Allison. I think this was a poor decision here. We don't have anybody really in rebounding position. It's the first pass in the offense. I don't think her positioning is great. Her balance is great. I just think we can get a better look than this particular shot in this case. Good defense there by Joe and Allison. Allison doesn't get sucked too far over. She knows Joe's got it taken care of. She keeps her position and is able to get that rebound or steal, whatever it was. I really like this attack by Allison. Switches over to her left, gets a good look at a left-handed shot. Now, I would prefer that she goes up with her left hand and takes that shot and finishes it. Good rebound by Addie Tweed. Again, a lot of missed shots. Kind of get the unlucky trip here. I'm not sure about this call, but you have this. Transitioning back in the half-court defense. Pretty good half-court defense here. I like it. We're really taking away anything inside, kind of packing it in a little bit. We got 5 defenders that are pretty close to the paint here. You'll see as the ball is kicked back out and Mobley tries to make this cut. Addie Tweed does a good job of staying with her, not letting her get an open cut right here to the block. Sort of denies her the ball, forces her away from getting it. They're forced to enter it off the block. And people don't realize how huge it is to receive that pass just off the block. So, for example, receiving that ball from right here is night and day different than receiving it right here. So receiving it here is night and day different. This is an easy post move for Mobley to score. This is a much harder offensive move for her to make to score. She makes a skip. Allison doesn't close out well. He gets blown by for the layup. Now, what I really like about this possession, besides Ava knocking down the big three, is Allison stays with this after the block. So Allison attacks the middle, goes for the runner, gets blocked by Mobley, doesn't phase her. She goes and finds the ball, rebounds it, kicks it out to Ava, who's standing right there for the open three. So just the fact that she stayed with the play, didn't give up on it, and was able to make something good happen out of something not so good. So what you can see right now, and you can see this set up way early. Okay, the crowd's really getting into it. Benches are clapping. Okay, now with a player like Sydney Mobley, she wants the ball. That's the type of player she is. She wants the ball. She wants the ball in big situations. So you can see she steps out here. She wants the ball. Give me the ball, she says. Okay. She wants to try to make something happen on her own. Addie does a good job of defending her. Again, we got a count going. Addie stays in front, defends her. We get a 5 count. We're going the other way. So big kudos to Addie Tweed, stepping up, playing big time defense on their star. forcing her to turn the ball over. Abby Price back in. Like this play a lot. Usually get a good look at a 3 here. Abby Price comes up. Kind of a dribble pitch. And Ava Collins drifts to the corner. What this does usually is creates a 1-on-2 situation, which is exactly what it does here, because this defender is with Abby. As Abby attacks, she sets sort of not really a screen, but she does this dribble pitch that essentially allows Olentangy's girls to get in each other's way. And it allows JoJo to turn this corner and get downhill. And now we have one defender who has to guard 2 players as Ava Collins creates space and goes to the corner. And we get that good look in the corner. Again, shots don't fall. We get good looks, they don't fall. It's one of the main themes of this game, in my opinion. Good man defense here. Not letting them get anything easy. Not letting them get to the paint. Addie's doing a good job of not allowing Mobley get the ball. We secure the rebound. We're going the other way. Good half-court defense. Good decision here. Pull it back out. I like Casey's decision. Pull it back out. Let's run something to try to get a good look here. Okay. Not super thrilled with this shot here. I think we could probably get a better look. I like this play. Creates a one-on-one isolation play for JoJo at the point guard spot. Again, this defender is pretty long, pretty athletic. We don't get quite the look we want, but what I really do like is Abby Price crashing and keeping this ball alive here. Again, not something that shows up in the stats, but just getting in there, disrupting the rebound, getting a hand on it, tipping it out so JoJo can secure this rebound. Great kick out here, penetrate pitch. Again, a nice look at a 3 that a lot of times Casey's going to knock down, and we just don't make that shot. Okay. Now, Joe's got to be careful here. I know she's getting frustrated, she's getting fouled, but she can't retaliate, can't push off that way. She's got to be careful with her words. So, we got to make sure we control our emotions as best we can. Good look from Abby Price coming right up to the middle. Again, we're missing wide open 3-pointers. As far as execution wise, we're getting really good looks. Shots that normally would fall, or at least fall a higher percentage of the time, they're not falling. One of the things we have to look at in those situations are, okay, our shot's not falling. What can I do differently? Can I pump fake and get to the rim? Can I move the ball a little bit more? Can we attack and draw a foul? What else can we do offensively when our shots aren't falling? Good defense by Addie Tweed. She's got to count. Forcing Mobley to give up the ball. And they bank a 3. pretty good ball movement here. Made some good passes, trying to get spacing, trying to penetrate and pitch. Just sort of loses the ball there. Sort of an unforced turnover. But we're right back into our diamond press, which I really like. Trapping here, coming back. Force the turnover, force them to make a bad decision. Don't like that shot at all in that situation. Again, we just did something really good, force a turnover, and then we take a quick step back three-pointer. We can just get a better look than that. Good job by Joe of getting that rebound. Kind of turns right into the defender who happens to get jump ball. So now we're setting up for out of bounds play. Some miscommunication there. I think Joe was expecting Tweed to roll. Tweed didn't roll. And another unforced turnover. Again, keep applying pressure. Doing a good job here. Force another turnover. Abby Price gets a deflection there, I believe. And we're going the other way. Allison makes a better decision there, pulling it back out, looking for another look. Again, another bad miss here. Just can't get shots to fall. And this is just an unfortunate situation here. Addie Tweed or Jojo's trying to sneak behind and get through. The girl sort of backs up. Jojo kind of runs into her and she falls, and we get a foul call here. So the big mistake on this one, a couple of things here is, again, we give up the middle pass, and we cannot give up the middle pass. But even after we give up the middle pass, we have to stop the ball. And I would argue in this situation, Jojo's got to slide over and slow the ball down. We can't let somebody like Sydney Mobley get this deep into the paint. I mean, she gets all the way to the volleyball line to take that jump shot. We just got to stop the ball sooner. Good penetrate, pitch, 3-point shot. Again, another shot that doesn't fall from outside. We have to start thinking about what else can we do in those situations. Pretty good defense, pretty good rotations here. Abby straight up, good post defense. She goes straight up. We get the rebound, foul, done the other way. Some pretty good defense on that possession. Pretty good penetrate, pitch, 5-out motion offense. Now, this is a great move by Allison. I really like this move. Big middle crossover, comes back towards the basket and is able to finish at the rim. But one of the things that makes this possible is you see Addie Tweed here. It's sort of at the block here. As Allison gets the ball on the perimeter, Addie steps out. When Addie steps out, she's drawing her defender away from the basket, which then opens up the middle here for Allison to get penetration as she finishes her move. So let's watch that. Make the move here. Addie steps out. The defender is coming out with her. Allison's able to make a move and has a bunch of real estate open in the middle. Great post defense on Mobley. We're fronting her. We're making sure we have help side on the back side when we do front her. The big thing here is just we can't give up. This player here, number 33, is a role player at best. Not the type of player we should be giving up driving layups to. And what I like on this play, it doesn't really result in anything. But I really like the way Abby Price runs the floor here. You'll see right here. Okay, I would have loved for Allison to make this pass up to Abby. See if we can get something there. Abby runs the floor well here. She either doesn't see it or doesn't trust herself to make that pass. Regardless, she gets downhill, gets to the paint, able to draw the foul. I would have loved to see her make this kick out pass to Casey Duke. Here, right here, jump stop and make this pass out to Casey. But she does get to the line, so that's a good thing. Forcing Mobley to give up the ball. We're trapping. Okay, so now this is the best case scenario, and we have to create turnovers here. Okay, we get her in the corner. We get her to take that one dribble. She picks it up. Okay. Once she picks that dribble up, Ava Collins should be committing all the way to this sideline. Okay. Joe should be protecting this high middle, and Emma should be protecting sort of this deep middle. But Ava Collins has to come up with something here. You can see they're forcing the ball into Mobley. She's probably getting frustrated that she's not getting enough looks. They force it in. Joe does a good job playing behind her. He collapses and makes life difficult on her. She dribbles the ball off of Tweed's foot, and Allison gets the ball going the other way. So good half-court defense there, recognizing what they're trying to do and stopping it. Running our overload. Again, Abby Price does a good job of keeping the defender on her back. We get that good push entry, and she's able to finish at the hoop. So in this situation, this is just one of those instances where we're not communicating. So if you look right now, right? Let me back up right here. We have two players, Ava Collins, JoJo, who think they're guarding this girl. No one is defending this girl. So we have to talk and communicate. Who do we have in this situation? And that's the end of the first half. And we're tied at 20.